JPadKing.com. It's JPad the Juggernaut. This is the Custom Beat Show. We're not going to go over too many techniques or anything like that this week. Kind of making this a little easy format today. You know what I'm saying? Gonna kind of like just literally just have a good time and just conversate with you guys a little bit and yeah, man, and we can all, you know what I'm saying, just know that there's going to be times here where I'm going to give the techniques. There's going to be times where I'm going to just go live and just talk, or I'm gonna have a guest. You know what I'm saying? Stay tuned for that. There are going to be some guests because I know a lot of people have been asking me, am I going to have guests on? And the answer is yes. I will be having some guests on. So, just keep that in mind and. Um, definitely appreciate y'all for sticking with me while we got what we got going on. You know what I'm saying? And I know that there's people out here that'll say, all right, well, Pad, he's doing a show. You know what I'm saying? Can we tap into it? Absolutely. Every Sunday, I'll be here, and you guys can definitely check in with me. I'm going to be having guests, like I said. I'm going to be going over beat techniques and things of that nature. Excuse me. I'm trying to make sure that the chat is available so I can see people talking to me while I'm doing this thing. So, and like I said, this week we're not really going to get into the tutorials or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? But we are going to talk a little bit of shop today. About what we see going on in the production world. You know what I'm saying? The production world. The production world is definitely at a time now where there's technology out here that I'm not gonna hold you. It's a good time to be a producer, good time to be an engineer. You know what I'm saying? Like it is really a good time for all that. You know what I mean? It's like really dope, really dope. All this software that's going on right now, all this technology that you can have at your disposal. You know what I'm saying? The mobile musician is definitely somebody that can really benefit from this era. You know what I'm saying? Like I know a lot about the mobile studio thing. And how do I know? Because I was one of those people. I was one of the people that actually was, in the mobile studio move years ago. I made a decision when I first came to Pittsburgh, PA. I said, hey, how can I actually, create a business for myself with this music stuff without stepping on somebody's toes or anybody's toes? Because I noticed that the studios around here actually had their own engineers, they had their own, production and things of that nature. And so, yeah, I kind of like seen that, and I was like, okay. So this is what we need to do. I'm, oh, my bad. Hey, what's going on with you? Diablo, thank you for letting me know. Let me see if I can turn it up some. Let me know if you can hear me now. Can you hear me now? Give me a thumbs up if my audio is better. Give me a thumbs up. What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Hope your Sunday's going great. You know what I mean? Hope you guys are having a great Sunday. Here, let's do this. Let's do this. We'll get this. You guys will probably be able to hear me better if I do this. Hello there. Peace to everybody. Yes, sir. Alert. Definitely. All right, let me put these on. Me better now. Can y'all hear me better now? Peace, peace. Let me know if you guys can hear me good. If you can hear me good, then cool. We'll just keep on. We'll keep it rocking. You know what I mean? But no. Like when I was first starting out doing, you know, doing my thing in Pittsburgh, I was like, how can I be of service to people? Appreciate you. All y'all tapping in. Let me know where y'all from, so I can give y'all a shout out. You know what I mean? How can I still have a business without stepping on anybody's toes? So I decided to do a mobile studio. And so what I was able to do is I was able to pack in, like a small set of monitors, you know what I'm saying, interface, headphones. I had a little MIDI controller, about as small as the MPK Mini. This is an MPK Mini. You know what I mean? I had something this small, not as advanced as this, but something small like that. It was compact. It fit in my bag, and I went right in. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, I called it the Traveling Bear Studio. Was going around the city. First, I started first on the bus. You know what I'm saying? Like I was moving around. I had three bags. I had a mic stand. I was carrying the mic stand, and I had three bags around me. And I was moving around, and I was just doing studio sessions and taking it to people's houses instead of them coming to a facility. So, you know, it's one of those things. You know what I mean? Like it's definitely one of those things. Like this era is primed for people that do that type of stuff. If you kind of like, are on the go and you want to do your music mobile, they got too many options out here for you to be able to do it. You got BandLab, you got apps on your phone that really are professional apps. You don't necessarily have to have a computer to make music in this day and age. Everybody knows that you can really use these apps and you can really get into some high level high end music production. You know what I'm saying? And so I think that this is a great time. This is a great time. You know what I'm saying? Even started my mobile studio thing like back in 2007, and it lasted for about maybe almost a decade. Almost a decade. It got to a point where it got so popular that I had to stop doing it because, you know, it got too popular. You know what I mean? So I had to stop doing what I was doing. If you guys can let me know where you're from, I'll give you guys a shout out. You know what I mean? Like I see people tapping in. Thank you guys for tuning in to the show this week. Um, we will be going over some more techniques next week, so make sure that you like, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you're on YouTube. If you're on Twitch, make sure you following me. You know what I'm saying? And make sure you turn the notifications on so that way when I'm going live, you guys will be able to check it out and see what's going on. You know what I mean? And for the people on LinkedIn, I appreciate y'all tapping in as well. You know what I mean? So thank you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. And yeah, man. So getting back to today's technology. Today's technology is so dope. It's so it's such a great time, like I said, to be doing music. You have devices that can help you on the move. You can set up a studio, a professional studio at home. Where back in the day you couldn't set anything like this up. I think that gets lost in the shuffle sometimes, and people need to put that in perspective sometimes. Like, I don't think people really know how good that we got it in this day and age. Like, I can tell you, just being a guy that started production in the early 90s, how tedious of a chore it was for us to have to, use the equipment that we had to use because we started out on cassette tape. We had multi trackers that were cassette. Now you have devices that you can use that that literally are on the go and portable and standalone by themselves, and they have it all internally built in. You know what I'm saying? So you can imagine how difficult it was starting out on tape. You had to worry about sound quality and sound generation loss and things of that nature. You had to worry about that stuff. You know what I'm saying? In this day and age, you don't have to worry about that at all. All you have to do is literally tap into your phone or tap into any device that you have. Like personally, I like to use MPC. Those who've been watching the platform to this point, they know that that's what I use. I use MPC. Let me turn it around here real quick so you guys can see. That is an MPC One Plus. That's an MPC One Plus. You know what I'm saying? So this is kind of like, how we really do our thing now. You know what I'm saying? Like, and everything is built inside of there. If I wanted to make a song, I could make it right inside of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even have to go outside of that unit. Back then, you had to have a multi-tracker, you had to have a compressor on the side, you had to have EQs, you had to have all that stuff, and you had to have it be able to run together and hook up and make it do what it do from there. It was a much tougher thing. It was not easy, not easy at all. You know what I'm saying? Just letting you know, it was hard. It was hard compared to what it is now. I spent many, many hours trying to learn the platform, trying to learn, how to record with tape, how to sample and have to manually tap it in, things of that nature. Like, we used Gemini samplers. If you didn't know what a Gemini sampler was, it was something that the DJs had back in the day where they had a little digital sampler with a little tap button where you could actually, sample like maybe 2 seconds. 2 seconds. That's it. That's all you had per bank. And then you would manually tap. And that's what got our timing right, is that we had to tap it all the way through. Now we're using tape. So if we messed up on the tape, man, I can guarantee you had to run it back. You had to run it back and do it again and do it again and do it again and all the way through too, because we were using MIDI, yes, but MIDI was different then. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to what it is now. So, like I said, it's come a long way, and this is a great time. And I say, people ask me all the time, what is the best thing to use for music production? I'm like, whatever you gravitate to, whatever makes you do your thing, that's what you use. You don't use anything but what it is that you use. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be GarageBand, Logic, or if it be Studio One, Reason, you know, FL Studio, Pro Tools, you know, any of these softwares. You know what I'm saying? There's new ones that are coming out all the time too, and there's other companies. Do yourself a favor and explore them and find out which one that you like. Thank you, Satoro. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that tremendously. Thank you so much. And like I said, we'll be getting back to the music next week. So make sure you hit that notification, because every Sunday around 11 a.m. I'm going to be on YouTube, and we're going to have some healthy discussions about music production, and we're going to be talking about, techniques and things of that nature, and I'll be giving examples. You know what I'm saying? Like, some days I might just hook up the MPC, and then I'll show you guys via a demonstration how I use it. You know what I mean? And that'll put a different spin on it. But once again, it's whatever you like to use. I'm not one to tell people, oh, don't use that because it's this, that, and the third. The only thing I'll tell you is don't use bootleg software. The only thing I can tell you is do not use bootleg software. You use bootleg software, you're setting yourself up for failure. Not only do you not get, the proper support from the company, but you could risk, a lot of things that can legally happen to you by using, by using these type of things, these bootleg softwares. Now, don't get me wrong. When we were younger, we used to use them as well because we couldn't really afford the software as it was. But in this day and age, they made the price point a lot cheaper. They make versions of the software that are more affordable, and you can just go ahead and do what it is that you do and get yourself in the game with a legit software. And some of these software and some of these companies offer a free version of the software so you can get started. At least there's no excuse. Get started right away. And so, whatever you decide to do, and we're going to try to go over any softwares that you would like to see me go over, and we'll check them out and we'll try them out and we'll see exactly what it is that makes them tick, what I think is good, what I think is not good about the software. I'm big on workflow being efficient, turnaround times being like that, because in this day and age, you don't really got a lot of time to be playing around, and you need to be able to turn stuff around in a quick and timely fashion. And so that's exactly what we're going to be doing. We're going to be trying to show people ways to turn things around in their software in a timely and an efficient manner. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, stay tuned for that, because it's going to be a lot of fun. And that's another thing. Most importantly, you got to enjoy what it is that you're doing. Have fun. Don't sit there and think that you got to always be, oh, extra, 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 this, that, and the third. If you're not enjoying the process, yes, be serious about what it is that you do. But if you're not enjoying what it is that you're doing the wrong thing. And I'll be the first to let you know, stop doing music because if you're not enjoying the process, then you need to stop. You need to stop all the way together or find environments that enable you to enjoy the process because at the end of the day, you should never be doing things that you don't love. You should always be doing things that you do love. You know what I mean? Had to get some coffee right there. Thank you to everybody that's watching right now. And, you know, hopefully we can build some great relationships here. Also, always let me know where you are checking in from. Let me know where you're coming, what part of the world you're in, and wherever you are, so I can shout you out and put your, put your place on the map. You know what I mean? Because we all in this together. We all working together. We building a network. I'm open to building networks with all people. So, make sure that you guys are shouting your area out so I know where you are, you know, seeing the broadcast from. You know what I mean? But just real quickly, like some of the latest news in music production that I've been getting wind of is MPC got the new 3.0, which is what I have on this one. They got MPC 3. I suggest you guys at least try it out. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe that it's going to be for everybody, but I do believe for those who can see the vision of what the company is trying to do with this new platform, by all means, I think you should definitely give it a try. FL Studio has 2024, and they said that every year now afterwards they're going to be naming the software the year. You know what I mean? So this is 2024, so it'd be 2025, 2026, and so on and so forth. So for all you FL Studio users, big shout out to y'all. You know what I'm saying? I think that it's a dope platform as well. I do own that, and even though I don't use it on a regular basis, because the MPC platform for me is just my standard, and that's where I'm going with it. That's what I'm using, you know. And then Reason this year came out with 13. So anybody familiar with Reason 13 is out. I suggest you give that a try. They have improved the and accelerated your ability to get your work done in that software. So if you haven't got a chance to check it out, go over to reasonstudios.com. I do not sponsor. I'm not sponsored by none of these people, but I'm just giving you an idea of what it is that I like to use, and maybe you guys can give it a try as well. So, go to Reason Studios and check out Reason 13. Check it out. Check it out on the demo if you want, or check it out as a trial. And that's what I recommend that you do because most companies offer you a trial. So if you want to try a software out, try it out on a trial. Try it for a few days, maybe try it out for a week and see how you like it. And if you think it's good, keep it. You know what I'm saying? Because I think that having different platforms not only does it make you sharper in the studio, but it also teaches you a lot about how workflow overall pretty much is the same. The approach for me in all these softwares is pretty much the same. What I do is I find out the capabilities of the software or the piece of hardware that I'm using, and I adapt it to my workflow, which is what my process is. How I'm able to do things effectively in that particular either software or piece of hardware. And I suggest you do the same. You know what I mean? So that's one of the main steps to getting yourself in a position to be a custom beat maker, if that's what you want to be, or just be a producer or be an engineer. And also make that decision too. What is it that you think your focal point is? If you're an engineer, be that. If you're a producer, be that. If you're a beat maker, be that. You know what I mean? Like, be that primarily. Learn as much as you can about the other things too, because that also teaches you how everything is supposed to move together in the wheel. You know what I'm saying? How everything is supposed to move together in the wheel. And I think that that's really, really important because sometimes people will sometimes people will get stuck in one mode and then like, damn, I don't understand why this is this, that, and the third. But you never took the time out to even, at least know the basics. You know what I'm saying? Know the basics of what everybody else does. So that way you got a better understanding of how everything works as a well-oiled machine, and you'll be further down the road than you were before. So that being said, um, next week we will be back again. Just so you know, we'll be back again next week. Make sure you guys are liking and subscribing and also sharing the videos, sharing the knowledge, sharing the information. You know, tell a friend to tell a friend. I will be having some guests on soon. You know what I'm saying? And we'll have healthy discussions about this stuff about music production, primarily music production and all the good things that are happening because there's so many good things happening. And then also at the same time, we're also going to be showing you more techniques, showing you more tricks and tips, and really getting you guys focused on something that's really going to change how you guys do your stuff. And I think I got a great approach. I teach a lot of people. I do consultations, out here. I do home studio consultations, but I also kind of teach people basic workflow so that way you can see the possibilities with what it is that you have. You can always email me. My email address is custombeatking@gmail.com. That's custombeatking. Here, I'll type it in the chat here so you guys can see. This is my email address. Shoot me an email. And yeah, let's go ahead and get that in there real quick. All right. There we go. There we go. So there we go. Custombeatking@gmail.com. And you can always, email me. We could talk, shop back and forth. You know what I'm saying? If needed be, we could video chat and we can go over some techniques together. You know what I'm saying? And learn and build and do everything is that we need to do. Also we'll take a Q&A session while we're on the show. So that way you guys can always ask me questions. I can interact with you and I can give you my thoughts, my opinions on, softwares, production, um, anything dealing with the production side of music. We can go over it and we can learn about it together. And maybe you can teach me something that I don't know. And I definitely know that I got some good advice for people that don't, really understand or know workflow, and I get you going in the right direction. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, I'm not going to take up too much of you guys' time. I just wanted to come on and just, make sure that I show face. I'll be here every Sunday at 11 a.m. Next week, I'll be back on either techniques or we may have a guest, but you'll never know unless you subscribe, like, follow, do whatever it is that you got to do on both YouTube, Twitch. Shout out to my LinkedIn community for watching and tuning in. And I'm going to definitely see you guys next week